At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Burgers, fries, and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up everyone? My name is Susie and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Well, in a battle for 4th place in the FBA as we get towards the latter part of the season, it's playoff push time. Whoever wins this game moves into sole possession in 4th place. It's the Gainesville Mighty Oaks who are 4-6 on the season, and the Brevard Bobcats who are 3-6. Alvin, Jerry, Jesse here. We've been here with you all day. And Alvin, your takes on both of these teams as they're trying to make it into the playoffs for their first time.
Both teams just have to do a good job of taking care of the basketball. That's going to be the name of the game. Both teams struggle with finishing games as strong as they start out. On one end with the Mighty Oaks, they've had a couple of notorious losses through comebacks late in the game. They've lost one to the Crocs, and that was the biggest one they've lost so far. So just got to find a way to come through in the 4th quarter and make shots and play stout defense when it matters most. And on the other end for Brevard, they've done a good job without some of their stars. Now that they have a bulk of their guys here, they're going to have to find a way to will themselves to a victory, and that's going to come through taking care of the basketball offensively, moving it around, and playing some solid defense.
One thing worthy to note is both of these teams are expansion teams as we go down to the floor for our tip-off. The ball is live, and our Sunday night FBA game of the week is upon us. Jonathan Johnson to start off the game for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. He is the leading scorer for them and one of the starters in their lineup. He's joined by Jared Doherty, Eden Demirovic, a shot on the other side, no good. Joquan Whitley, Anthony Young. And for the Brevard Bobcats, they got Sherrod Dean, Kevin Davis, Shaq Seville, Byron Thompson Jr., and Darius Clark running the point up top. In a 2-0 ball game, here's Byron Thompson Jr. out beyond the left arc. And now we'll dribble into the right side up with the right hand. The flip up is no good. Eden Demirovic, the rebound, and here comes Anthony Young pushing on the other side. And Davis goes down to the floor. It's an offensive foul. So to start off this game, all of these guys know what is on the line with a win in this one. Gainesville is coming off a tough loss against St. Pete Tide, who won another very close game against them, 137-136. The Brevard Bobcats are coming off a loss against the Winter Park Storm, 118-105. And these teams actually shoot very differently. Gainesville this season shooting above 30% from beyond the arc, and Brevard, who likes to take a lot of threes, Alvin, is the worst three-point shooting team in the FBA this season. So they're going to have to figure something different out for this ball game.
Wow, that is a very interesting statistic to know that they are the worst three-point shooting team in the league, and that does not slow them down from taking a lot of threes, just because in basketball, you're going to have to shoot the tray ball. If you don't shoot the three prolifically, it's going to crowd the paint and really mug things up when you try to get some things down low. But on the other end, they're going to have to find a way to move the ball around and do a lot of that, what we just saw by Byron Thompson, getting to the lane, throwing that up and in. And if they can do that more oftentimes than not, it's going to open up a wide open jumper, which is going to get guys in rhythm shooting good looks threes, and they could end up emulating that three-point percentage from the Winter Park Storm.
Right side, no good. And here comes Clark pressing the floor. We're all tied up 2-2. And Clark misses that one. Other side, Anthony Young going full speed, looking right. And now passes that direction. Whitley, a sharpshooter, hits the three from the right wing. So Joquan Whitley, now with his first 3 points. He had 29 in their last game, was the second leading scorer, and was 9 of 23 from beyond the arc. Only took threes in that game, Alvin. Had 6 assists and 3 steals as well. So he's one of their spot-up shooters. And talk about spot-up shooters for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Jared Doherty, very good from beyond the arc. Jonathan Johnson, he's just a pure offensive weapon and by any means necessary. And Ian Demirovic eating down low. So the defense is going to have to step up for Brevard.
Definitely going to put some pressure on this defense. Now, the issue with the Mighty Oaks is their fourth quarter. They're closing. Beginning of the game, they start out very hot, and they always find a way to pick it up. However, in the fourth quarter, in tight games, they got to find someone who's going to close for them.
Thompson Jr. misses the step back. Here comes the Mighty Oaks. Down low, Doherty puts it through, and Joquan Whitley gets an assist. Doherty with his first 2 points in the ball game. Clark, other side, banks it in.
Great job by Clark, just getting aggressive downhill and getting that layup to go.
Johnson up with the left hand. It's his offhand too, as he slides down and hits the deck.
Hey there, Mr. Johnson. Welcome to the game. Throwing a nice little sky hook way up high with the offhand. Jesse, Mr. Johnson is activated with another steal on the defensive end.
Doherty throws it right. Whitley, another three. And that one's just off the front side. Shaq Seville the rebound, and here comes Kevin Davis. And Davis has been getting a lot more starts later in this season. He goes up and is fouled. The Brevard Bobcats without Jace Hogan in this ballgame, who is the second leading scorer in the FBA, Alvin.
That's going to hurt them because they're missing a huge chunk of change on the scoring dimension, but on the other facets, he impacts the game on rebounds. He also impacts the game defensively. He averages about 2 steals per game in his showings early on this season, which is something that ignites their offense because they like to run out. They got a lot of quick pace offense schemes. Guys like to run out and really set in their shots. So missing Jace Hogan's definitely going to hurt. And on the other end for the Mighty Oaks, they're very guard heavy. Anthony Young is slated to have a phenomenal game per usual. And Jonathan Johnson, you know what he brings to the table. He's a dynamic, just flat out superstar, hustles on the defensive end and does things that he needs to do. Isa Brandon is emerging as a star for his team as well. And you cannot forget about the sharp shooting Joquan Whitley, doing what he does from beyond the arc, had 29 points and only shot threes. Think about that for a second.
Johnson, a pump fake out beyond the arc, now spins, goes right. And the shot clock expiring. Anthony Young didn't get it off in time. 8 minutes left to play in the first quarter, a 9-7 ball game. The Mighty Oaks up by 2. The Brevard Bobcats, in their last game against the Winter Park Storm, their leading scorer was a guy who only saw his first game of the FBA season, Bradley Christian, and almost a putback there by Sherrod Dean. Byron Thompson Jr. down low. Dean trying to bank it through, and he can't get it to fall. Eden Demirovic with the rebound, but Christian, who's not here today, at 29 points. Shaq Seville, the second leading scorer, with 26, Alvin. That's good for his season high. And shot efficiently from the floor was 10 of 14. Demirovic with the reverse, makes the shot and draws the foul. Fouled by Sherrod Dean.
How about the electrician bringing a little spark to this Mighty Oak offense?
So here comes that full team substitution that we're so accustomed to seeing with the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. But the interesting thing is Antoine Clayton is back. Went to Jacksonville University and played with Jace Hogan. So they're both Dolphins.
Wow.
Yeah. Kevin Davis going the other way. Comes to a stop. Back up top. Now here's Clark dribbling in, up with the right hand. And he can't get that one close to the rim.
Really a small world when you see the ties these players have from different teams, and it's just nice to see guys really living out their dreams in the FBA.
Isa Brandon in number 6 today. Throws it to the right, Jabari Hayes. Steps back, bounce pass inside. There's Marquise Watts to Antoine Clayton. Now James Wesley up with the right hand, it's good.
Nice little chocolate float way up high where nobody can get it and drops it inside the hoop.
13-7 game. Seville over to the right. Back outside. Byron Thompson Jr. for 3. It bounces in. 5 points for Byron Thompson Jr. Isa Brandon going right and a blocking foul. And a nice shot.
Nice shot by Isa Brandon. And I just cannot get over those Kyries he got matching the uniforms. Isa Brandon came out ready to hoop. He got the LeBron James former jersey on. Let's see what he does with that combo, that Cleveland combo.
Left side, Marquise Watts. Can't get that one to fall. Here's Clark, ahead of the pack. Fouled. Clark, a great addition to this Winter Park Storm team. In their last game, had 12 points, but the dinger on his just overall play is his ability to make threes, like so many of the rest of the guys on this Brevard Bobcats team.
That's been the struggle, to say the least. But early on in the season, they made up for it with tenacious defense and just harassing the ball carriers. And from then on, just being able to transition and get buckets that way. But when you limit the turnovers by the other team and they're not able to force as many turnovers and they're forced to be in a set offense, that's really where they're struggling.
The person who's shooting the best on the Brevard Bobcats from beyond the arc is Shaq Seville, Alvin, 100%. And Bradley Christian, in the one game he played last game, was 40% from beyond the arc. But other than that, all of their guards under 35% from beyond the arc.
And that just goes to show that they're not moving the ball well enough to get good looks from beyond the arc. They're shooting contested threes, which is not a good three.
Shrardine one step in. And that one is off. 5.5 to play in the first. 13-10 game. Inside, Isa Brandon fouled.
And he got fouled because he saw that lane open up like the Red Sea and immediately took exactly what the defense gave him. And that's a foul call. Great job recognizing and attacking.
So Isa Brandon did not get to play in the last game that the Claremont Crocs played in, but in his first game of the season, he played against the Florida Flight, had 14 points, and was 40% from beyond the arc, Alvin.
Absolute dynamic display of offense. Played in the European League, so as everyone knows in the Olympics, multiple guys, Luka Doncic said it's easy to score in the NBA, and then Damian Lillard co-signed that. However, it's just, I think, American basketball. Europeans typically come here and they score
James
well.
Wesley from beyond the arc.
And that's just a dynamic display of offense and sharpshooting by Wesley. But a European guy coming into the league in his debut, dropping 14, shooting so very well, is not a sight we're not used to seeing.
Isa Brandon, Euro step inside, flicks it in. And one thing I actually did forget to mention about that one, had 13 rebounds in that game as well, so a double-double. And not far off here, has a steal already and has been taking it to the basket. 19-10 is the score. Isa Brandon has the team up by 9 with 5:03 left to play in the first.
out burgers, fries, and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
(19-10), 5:03 left to play in the first. The inbounds from Brevard. They have Lucius McKay back. So he will dribble up top, and he has the ball stolen away from himself by Jabari Hayes, who puts it through on the other side.
How about the smooth finish? Understanding there's guys chasing him down, rocking that thing way up high, way down low, and back in.
A cut to the basket on the other side, no good. Isa Brandon, a football throw up the floor, and a travel. Got a little too excited with it. So here's a question for you, Alvin. Of all the coaches in the FBA, who is the best dressed? And I'll give you a second to think about it. 21-10 is the score. Lou McKay up top, and he's off the front side of the rim. So his first shot that he takes is a three. Clark inside Seville, one dribble. And he can't get that one to fall. He was eating last game. So look for him to get hot down low once he finds those mismatches. Wesley into the left corner. Antoine Clayton hitting a three.
To answer your question, I would have to say Coach Barry Mestel is got to be 1A. Coach Mark King has to be 1B. And after that, I want to say Coach MJ Miller is 2. And then after that, Coach Brandon Parham is 2B.
I would absolutely agree with that list. A 14-point lead for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. McKay to the right side. Dean. Inside, Clark falling away, couldn't get it to fall. And Devontae Clark pulling down the rebound. McKay almost turned it over again. Turnaround jumper by Dean, it's good.
Dean is a very reliable source of offense for Brevard. Right there, you see just why.
Isa Brandon shifting left, now goes back towards the middle. One step outside of the restricted zone. Inside to Marquise Watts, who puts it through. 26-12 the score. 3:15 left to play in the first. Dean to Lucius McKay on the right side, now going baseline, tries to throw it up. Marquise Watts with the block, and Jabari Hayes with the rebound. Wesley throws it ahead. Now Hayes in transition, a block by Devontae Clark, but an offensive foul on Jabari Hayes.
And that's just a good job putting your body on the line for your teammates, for the greater good, and right there, drawing the charge.
Thought you were going to say something like, for your teammates, for yourself. This is Sparta, you know, so I thought you were going to finish that with, like, you know, a punch in the gut or something, Alvin. Come on.
You're right, you're right.
Under 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Not to say I'm disappointed, but
I left a little to be desired.
Yes.
To say the least.
I desire a lot of things.
Apparently you want to go back to 300 BC when Sparta was running through the world, just dominating and conquering lands.
Well, okay, first off, I am a fan of Greek mythology. It's like the most interesting of all the mythologies. It's like that in Egyptian mythology. Isa Brandon the steal, and Lucius McKay takes it right back. All the way down low. And Devontae Clark with an easy basket.
That shouldn't count as points because he didn't dunk it.
Wow, you are a big dunk guy. I mean, and somehow Jerry, of course Jerry agrees with you.
Yeah.
Literally, of course, a block down low by Devontae Clark. and a foul in transition.
Okay, he gets those points back for getting the block, but it's something we learned in our third semester of Jerry Bear Academy. If you're over 6'5" and you're on the block on a fast break, you got to throw it down.
I obviously was not present for that one either. I was in a tic-tac-toe class.
At least you weren't surfing.
That was the one time they caught me out of the water. I'm a board games guy. What can I say? Have you ever played Settlers of Catan? Come on.
That is a great game.
I know. Not as good as Avalon, though. For those of you out there who don't know what Avalon is, you should figure that out soon. Sherrod Dean off the front side and Anthony Young the rebound. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. A 12-point lead for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, who turned the ball over there. McKay ahead to Davis, and Davis going right underneath and making the shot.
Taking care of the basketball is something that the Mighty Oaks are going to have to do in order to win this game. Right there, they weren't able to do it, and Brevard stung them for 2.
Ball tapped away, another turnover for the Mighty Oaks. Davis throwing it ahead, and he puts it through.
How about that 4-point swing off of 2 turnovers back-to-back for the Brevard Bobcats? Wow, they're going on a nice little tear here.
Minute 30 left to play. The Brevard Bobcats, the Gainesville Mighty Oaks averaged just a little bit above 21 turnovers per game, Alvin. Inside, Elijah Gray banking it in.
And that is not something you can win ball games with when you have that many turnovers. It goes to show why they struggle to close games. You cannot turn the ball over and really lose momentum in the latter portion of a game.
A big block down low on the right block from Antoine Clayton.
Let them know you're here, big fella.
Speaking of turnovers, Alvin, the Brevard Bobcats averaged 20 turnovers per game. So both of them really close to each other in turnovers this season.
Not something you want to brag about if you're either of these teams. Want to get that down to about 10. If you could get that to 10-ish turnovers per game.
And a 3 on the other side. Long 2 is what they'll mark it by James Wesley.
You'll be in a good spot. You want your assist to turnover ratio to be about 2 to 1. And that's how you know you're playing good basketball.
Clark for 3. That's Darius Clark.
So we have a team with the Jacksons. We have a team with the Clarks. Not Clark Kent, by the way. Just Clarks. Clark's the last name.
Up top, Antoine Clayton will hit the 3. He's got 5 points in his return.
He's like a true 4 because you can't say he's a 5 because he's so mobile and he can put the ball on the ground. It's not fair to say he's a 5, but man, he can really stretch the court out with his shooting.
McKay off the front side, averaging 24% from beyond the arc. 7 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is off Wesley from the left elbow. Elijah Gray the rebound, right corner. The big man taking a 3. He hit it. Big men shoot 3s in the FBA, and Elijah Gray is no slouch when it comes to that. 5 points for Elijah Gray. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks up by 15. It's a 36-21 game. We'll be back in 55 seconds for the second quarter of action in our FBA Sunday Game of the Week.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
The FBA Sunday game of the week. And this one, it's been all the Gainesville Mighty Oaks so far. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, Jerry Pettit, Mark King, and everybody on hand are doing a fantastic job with the production aspect side of things. Alvin, after this first quarter, what have you liked so far?
I just loved how the Mighty Oaks have really played together. They got a lot of points on the board, and they had a few turnovers, but they've been limiting it, and they've done a solid job defensively. However, for the Brevard Bobcats, I want to see more from them defensively. Force some turnovers, and on the offensive end, I want to see them move the basketball around. They have a lot of one possession or one pass possessions offensively, and that's not going to cut it versus the Mighty Oaks. My only fear with the Mighty Oaks is just we've seen this movie before. We've seen them up big early on, and then we've also watched them squander it away late in the fourth quarter. So I want to see them play a full game of basketball.
So Brandon pump fakes now inside. Demirovic on the ground, and a shot clock violation.
And how about that for a defensive possession by the Brevard Bobcats? They must have heard me talking in this gym, and now they forced a shot clock violation, the first of this game.
36-21, 11 minutes and 15 seconds now left in the second quarter. Jonathan Johnson, the turnover. Or excuse me, the steal. Isa Brandon pulls up and hits the three.
Trey bomb from Isa Brandon. Love hearing that.
Isa Brandon with 7 points. 39-21, Dean. And Shaq Seville, the big man, down low, putting it through.
That's a good job getting positioning. The reason why that board looks so easy is because he did all his work while the ball was still coming off the rim, able to get that one up and in. So smooth.
Brandon going right. Now into the lane, kisses the glass with the right hand from the left side.
Wow, what a take by Isa Brandon.
Brandon now has 9 points, 39-23 the score. 10.5 left to go in the second quarter. Clark, turnaround jumper. It rolls around and no good.
Very difficult shot. You would have liked to see the ball move just one more pass once he got into trouble.
Doherty, right corner. Isa Brandon setting his feet, now goes left. Passes to a wide open James Wesley for three. And Demirovic working for the rebound. Wesley throws it right. Sharp shooter, Doherty, he hits!
And you gotta love the theatrics from the sideline. Coach A.J. Stallworth, as soon as the ball moved that one more pass to Jared Doherty, he was already celebrating, knowing that shot was going in.
Other side, shot missed by Davis. A quick throw ahead. And Doherty stepped out of bounds. We're gonna have to mic up A.J. Stallworth at some point soon.
Definitely one of the more entertaining coaches in this league. Love what he brings to the table on a nightly basis, or a daily basis. I keep saying nightly for some odd reason. We've never had a game at night.
We will.
Ooh, exciting.
You should be. Thompson Jr. inside up with the left hand, no good. 44-23 the score, 9.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Jonathan Johnson, left corner, Doherty, pump fakes, gets McKay in the air, and he hits the shot from one step inside the arc, left corner.
Phenomenal job by Jared Doherty, being patient, getting up in the air, and passing up a good shot for a great shot.
McKay up top, going left, up with the left hand, and it's good. His first 2 points of the game. 46-25 now, the score. Lucius McKay averaging 12.5 points per game this season. Offensive foul. So another offensive foul on the Mighty Oaks. Full team substitution here for them. Now, would you say the white jerseys for the Mighty Oaks, Alvin, are better than their blue ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
Jerry says no.
Doesn't agree.
Yeah.
You know, I like it because it's crispy, and then if you got all white tights and then you got like Isa Brandon shoes on, that's fresh. That's really fresh.
Jabari Hayes, the steal, looking ahead the other direction. Pass left. Now Whitley has it. Back up to Hayes, sets his feet, pumps a three. And the rebound by Sherrod Dean. Dean will try a three himself. And Marquise Watts the rebound. So here's Anthony on the far side. Young, that one just rims out. And Sherrod Dean another rebound. Dean the give up to Byron Thompson Jr. He'll get around Clayton, now in the restricted area, throws it up off balance, and Anthony Young the rebound. 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. Left side, Whitley for three. Off the front side of the iron. Back to Young. Good!
Nice ball movement by the Mighty Yokes, resulting in a wide open set three for Anthony Young.
49-25. Gainesville Mighty Oaks have been pouring it on. Lucius McKay just strong on that one. Ball tipped around. Shaq Seville the rebound, and Shaq Seville going in strong and draws the foul as he makes the shot.
You don't always have to shoot beyond the arc to get a three ball or get 3 points. Right there you see Shaq doing it the dirty way, getting physical down on the block.
Big Shaq Seville at the line. And he makes the three-point play happen. .7:22 left to go.
Oh, wow.
Anthony Young, no good. And the rebound by Clark. Clark, the bounce over to the right side. He pump fakes left, now goes that direction. Inside, gives it off to Shaq Seville, and Seville trying to use the backboard. No. DeBrian Reynolds pulls it down, takes a three. And Antoine Clayton fighting for the rebound. He'll foul DeBrian Reynolds.
Brevard is going to have themselves another opportunity with a full shot clock to get something going towards the basket, but you want to see them move the basketball. It seems like it's very stagnant. They're not trusting each other with the extra pass, and that's going to bite them. It's biting them so far in their scoring thus far.
Reynolds up top. We'll take a three. It's an air ball. Your thoughts, Alvin?
Moving the basketball is critical in order to get a good look at the basket. And right there, we've seen one pass, entry pass, and then after that, one pass, an immediate shot. Didn't use any shot clock or anything of that nature.
Young back to Clayton, inside, tapped away. Another steal for the Brevard Bobcats, ahead to Lucius McKay, who puts it through. Lucius McKay with 4 points.
Good job turning defense into offense. Guys leaking when they need to lead.
Timeout on the floor. The officials take a timeout. 6.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. A 49-30 ball game.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community.
6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 49-30 is the score. Jabari Hayes pulls up left side, hits.
That's a good shot for a good player. Nice knockdown.
McKay in on Hayes, and now we'll reset. He'll go right. The bounce pass left side to Devontae Clark. Clark backing in on Hayes, gets by him, and banks it home.
Doing all he could on that block, but Clark just too big, too strong. Cannot stay in front of that guy.
Anthony Young spinning, back out to Joquan Whitley. Hayes with 8 seconds on the shot clock, pulls up. Young the rebound, the immediate putback. He's off the front side too. Watts a big rebound, foul. 5.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Whitley up top. Young getting around traffic, trying to bank it home. Couldn't get it to fall. Devontae Clark a rebound.
Clayton has supreme bounce, as we just witnessed on that tip-in attempt.
Dean over to the right. Now left side. Thompson Jr. with the flick of the wrist into the basket, draws the foul.
Look at the flick of the wrist.
I knew you were
Shout out
going to say
to Migos.
something. Yeah, well, also, yeah, always. There's never a bad time to shout out Migos. So, hey, shout out to Quavo, Offset, but most of all, the Takeoff.
Takeoff, yeah.
Takeoff.
He did not get left off bad and bougie. Does it look like he got left off bad and bougie?
I would love to call an FBA game in Atlanta someday. That'd be a lot of fun.
Man, I would just, all you hear is
I would literally invite Quavo or Offset or Takeoff to be on the broadcast with us.
they've done that before. They've had
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. He's done a broadcast. Quavo will get on there. He's been on ESPN. Like, they do a lot, a better job of involving a lot of entertainers who are in tune with basketball, who know the sport. They get their perspective a lot more, because it really gives a new market for guys who really just like watching or listening to their music. Hearing them that they're going to be on ESPN, oh, easy.
McKay down low, and Devontae Clark banging that one home.
Love to see that type of basketball from McKay. Nice, exciting dribble and an electrifying pass, getting his guy as he attacks the basket, finishing it.
Young the step back, Young the make.
Whoa. When Anthony Young plays like that, it's hard to lose.
4:19 left to go in the second quarter. 53-37, and 3 team fouls already on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. McKay spinning, a throw down low to Reynolds, passes back out to Thompson Jr. Thompson Jr. batted away by Clayton, and a shot clock violation by the Brevard Bobcats.
That was good ball movement by the Bobcats. However, with that block from Clayton, threw them off. Reynolds did not know the time was expiring and tried to drive it in instead of just knocking down that tray ball.
3:56 left to go in the second quarter. Jonathan Johnson, an air ball on the 3. Doesn't take a lot of them. He was 1 for 4 last game in their loss to the St. Pete Tide, 137-136.
And that was a real heartbreaker, losing that game within the final 2 minutes of the game. That's tough.
Jonathan Johnson is averaging a double-double this season. Byron Thompson Jr. kisses the glass on the right side. Down low, Doherty, the other side, puts it through.
That's just a good look, getting that to only where his guy can get it. That's the veteran leadership that we've become accustomed to seeing from Jaquan Whitley.
Down low, a block by Johnson, but Brevard recovers. And a nice shot inside.
Sherrod Dean getting a lot of his buckets from that mid-range.
Johnson on the left. Catch and shoot from Whitley. And Brian Reynolds pulls that one down ahead to McKay. McKay, the Euro step into the lane. He missed the layup.
$1 million move, 10-cent finish.
Back out beyond the arc. Anthony Young will go to the line and shoot 3. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks up by 14 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the second quarter.
And that's a good job by Anthony Young. Understanding the situation, you got a bigger guy closing out on you. It's like a freight train. You're not going to be able to stop a freight train on a dime. So getting that shot up, getting that call, and now he has 3 attempts at the strike.
They're going to take a second to wipe up the floor. I'm still so happy that I was proved wrong that there is technically a 5-point play in basketball.
3 techs is all it takes.
Yep.
3 techs and
3 techs and a foul.
Yeah. 3 techs and 1. And now if it's a 6-point play is possible as well, because if that was a 3 and it's an and 1 3 and you have those same amount of techs, you could really, yeah.
I want to learn something new every day that I show up to work.
Well, Jerry Bear has Jerry Bear Academy. They have a new elective.
Oh, here we go.
So it's just whether what's your priorities? What do you prioritize the waves at the beach, or getting a nice tan, or are you trying to learn something? Really get in the classroom, put the pen to the paper.
I mean, does the first one involve a pina colada?
Well, yeah, that's when you first get in. That's what you're welcomed with. Class starts with a pina colada, and then, yeah, you get to use your bartending skills, DJing skills initially, and then from there, Jerry Bear just runs it. It's kind of a miscellaneous class.
Okay, I'm in. Sign me up.
Well, see you there. I already signed up last week.
You've been signed up for a couple semesters now.
Oh, yeah, I'm never leaving. 12th year senior.
Hits the 3.
Steady offense from Dean. He's someone they can rely on, and man, showing up big.
Doherty over to the right side. 2 minutes to play in the second quarter. Johnson, the sky hook, and that one just rims out. Looked like it was going in for a sec.
Halfway down, just to rattle out. Tough one to watch.
Pass all the way left side to Dean, catch and shoot. Foul on the floor.
And as you guys can hear, guys are talking all kinds of weight room and Academy Award winning, saying that he sold that play, and Shaq just hits the gym.
So it's nice to see 2 expansion teams here in the FBA. This is their first seasons each, and they're vying for a top 4 spot to make a push into the playoffs. Interestingly enough, the Claremont Crocs, who have the 3rd best record in the FBA, also an expansion team this year.
And all these expansion teams just bring their own dynamic to the league, and very fun to watch.
Quality talent. Young up top, over Shaq Seville. And the putback by Johnson is good.
Wow.
60-44.
Jonathan Johnson elevating, levitating while he decides what to do with the basketball in the air. Great job.
Seville fouled as he tried to run down low. And Seville, a lot of tape on that right hand of his.
Yeah, definitely favoring an injury. Hopefully nothing too serious.
Seville goes up with his left hand, batted out of bounds by Elijah Gray. 60-44 the score still, 1 minute and 8 seconds to play in the second quarter. The inbounds from Davis up top to Byron Thompson Jr. He pushes left. Now McKay into Seville, back out to Dean, a pump fake, catches Johnson in the air, now goes inside, misses it, and grabs his own rebound. Gray up top, stolen by Jonathan Johnson. Johnson, the Euro step in, and he's called for a travel.
Very interesting on that one. Just tried to utilize that European 2-step.
48 seconds to play in the second quarter. Clark calling out the play. A 2-3 zone defense by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Thompson Jr. to Dean inside. He couldn't get it to fall. Still at 8 seconds on the shot clock when he shot that one. Anthony Young, pass ahead to Doherty. And Doherty drawing contact, banking it in on Kevin Davis and drawing the foul.
That's exactly what you love to see. Doherty getting aggressive, getting all the way to the rack, and getting a and 1 attempt. Seeing a comfortable 18-point lead to start to really finish out this first half. Let's see if they can maintain it. We've seen this movie before. How will they finish this game? That is what really matters.
Doherty puts it through. He's got 12 points, 63 to 44. Now the score, clock ticks down in 20 seconds and another foul. So that'll mean shots. That one goes against Johnny Johnson.
Trying to get in that double team action. Did not move his feet quick enough to stay in front.
And Byron Thompson Jr. can't put his first free throw in.
And that hurts. You're down 19, down pretty big. You got to make your free throws and give yourself a chance.
15 seconds left in the second quarter. Anthony Young getting across the half-court stripe, now going right. We'll slow things down. 7 seconds left. Left side, down low to Jonathan Johnson. Back out. Whitley, as time expires, off to the right side. 63 to 45. Still a comfortable lead for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, but don't go anywhere. When we come out of that half, Brevard always has a chance coming back in the second half of the game. We've seen that time and time again this season. Do not count them out yet. We'll be right back.
Where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon. I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go. Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers rock!
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner and streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Back here for the second half of action. And Alvin, you got a chance to talk to both coaches as the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, are at a 63-45 lead in this point in the ball game, and both of these teams vying for that 4th place bid into the playoffs in the standings. As of now, we still have a few more weekends of play, but what did Gainesville have to say about the half?
For Gainesville, Coach A.J. Stallworth believes that this is what they've been doing all year, playing a very fantastic brand of basketball in the first half. However, the second half is what really counts. The money quarter, the third quarter is what they need to win in order to be comfortable and going into the fourth quarter. And what he believes is the key is resting his stars early. So making sure that down the stretch his guys have their fresh legs and are able to make the high IQ plays that they're accustomed to seeing. And on the other end, for Coach MJ Miller, he believes that, coming into this game is a little personnel issues because early on to start, they had exactly what they wanted, spacing, aggression, and everything was rolling. However, a slight personnel issue, discrepancy, was what caused, in his belief, to taper that offensive mastery a little bit. So trying to make sure in the second half he does a better job of personnel and getting guys with the correct units. And then he believes as long as he gets it within 11 points, he's able to fight for it, and in the fourth quarter it'll be up for grabs.
We're back down on the floor now to start the third quarter of action, a 63-45 game. Jesse O alongside Alvin Delvey, Jerry Pettit, our fantastic producer. A stolen ball by Jonathan Johnson as he goes the other direction. Tries to bank it in. Eden Demirovic, the rebound, and he's hit in the head. Demirovic seems all right. He's a big guy. He'll take a 1-2 punch a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Right there, that too was a doozy.
Yikes. 63-45 is the score. 11:39 to go.
One thing that the Mighty Oaks have done very well was moving the basketball. Coach A.J. Stallworth emphasized that in practice the last couple of practices to make sure they move the ball. And when they move the ball, it creates offense, and good looks come of it. And that's why they've been so up in this game.
11 minutes and 39 seconds to go as we... So already one flagrant today as Eden Demirovic got hit in the head.
Trying to see if there's going to be another. And that's one thing that we love to see as the FBA develops even more. We have headquarters now working things out, and the Jer Bear Academy.
I was going to say, you mean headquarters, just Jer Bear?
Yeah, Jer Bear Academy is definitely the headquarters right now. They're working in Hogwarts trying to get this call down, And once they get it, they'll send it back, they'll zap it over to us, and we'll be able to make things work.
I mean, that's one thing the NBA doesn't even have is their headquarters is in New York. We have Hogwarts.
Yeah, but that's the good thing with Jer Bear Academy is anything is possible. Kevin Garnett said it best. Anything is possible with a mighty roar. I don't want to yell that loud because I don't think our sound and our headsets would be able to withstand that.
Probably not. I don't think Jerry would be able to stand that. And you don't want to piss him off.
Yeah, that's a scary man. He's carved from Zeus himself.
Yeah, and when the full moon comes out,
giving us a flex, and
a flagrant one on Devontae Clark.
That's interesting. Right now, Mr. Jesse O has been given a little bit of juice from Coach Maxi Luna. Hopefully, we can get Coach Maxi Luna on with a stellar victory from the last game. Just love to see what he can give us.
to 45 is the score. As the head coach of the Claremont Crocs will put on the headset. Maxie, it's so good to have you with us. Congratulations on a big win. How you feeling right now?
I feel great, you know. That it felt good to close it out.
Felt good to close it out against the Flight,
Didn't know
too.
what was going to happen, but we did
But
it.
being up by 25?
Well, okay, well, if you watched last week.
Oh, well.
So, thanks for reminding me.
So what did you guys work on in practice this week that you think kind of put you guys over the top?
I think just staying focused. You know, a big part of that game to me was the intensity, and you know, I really try to key in on who brings it. And you know, they may not be the biggest, but the Twins really bring that energy, that defensive prowess, and that's our heart, is defense and doing the little things. And I think people, they lead by example, and they you know, really today brought that in. That's what we worked on, and letting our shots fall. Like, man, today finally.
Yeah,
so.
Montel Williams caught fire for a sec. He was
Welcome
letting it
back,
fly.
right?
Yeah.
I know.
Did you find out about how abroad went for him?
I think it went well. I'm not sure if they won, so I'm going to assume they did.
Okay.
But
That's always
I'm not
a good
sure.
thing.
Yeah, he had a great time, though.
And my final question for you, what's one thing you guys are going to be working on in practice this next week?
Stamina. I think one of the biggest things in this league especially is tempo and pace, and you see how many transition buckets are in this league, and as long as we can find the rotation, stay strong, hungry every quarter and endure through the fatigue, I think we'll be good. You know, legs start to give out at the end and shots don't fall, so if we can maintain that throughout the whole game, you know, that's what really we're going to push for.
So you guys aren't playing the Crocs throughout the rest of the regular season, so you guys split your games this year.
Flight?
Or the Flight,
Yeah,
yeah. So the Florida Flight and the Claremont Crocs are now 1-1 versus each other, and you have no more games against each other in the regular season, so we're hoping to see you guys in the playoffs. Could this be a rivalry in the making, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's all respect, but we always want to beat them. You know, you always want to beat the team that has proven to be the best, and you know, it's not a secret. They look like, you know, if not the best team, so they have the accolades. So you know, we just want to come out and compete and prove it. So I don't know if it's a rivalry yet, but I definitely love the idea.
We would all love to see that. Maxie, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. It's exciting to see
love
you soon.
Guys.
Absolutely. Maxie Luna, the head coach of the Claremont Crocs, joining us here. Shot on the other end made by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
Love hearing wise words from wise coaches. Coach Maxie Luna just pulled off the improbable by being the second team to defeat the Flight in an outstanding display of defensive prowess, and that's something that they work on. That's their identity. They won in the way that they are accustomed to playing. They play that way week in, week out. Hats off to that Croc team.
The Bobcats make a shot on the other side of the floor. 68-47 is the score of this game. Under 10 minutes left to go in the third. So we had two coaches' reports there, one from Maxie Luna, and another one earlier in the day from head coach Barry Mustel.
Beautiful move.
And as you would say, a 10-cent finish.
10-cent finish, a dime.
Draw Dean open on the left side, and Dean fouled down low. Or excuse me, that's Clark fouled down low. Whew. Lots of games today, Alvin.
Definitely.
Long day of games.
A lot of talking. I don't think I'm going to say a word when I get out of here.
Nope. It's going to be a quiet car ride home.
I've said enough.
Full of Gucci Mane and probably Migos.
Definitely. Lemonade on deck. That song ran my 7th grade year and is going to run this car drive on the way home.
Maybe you'll throw in a little Travis Scott for me if you can.
Oh, yeah. A little Travis, a little Uzi Bird. I got to take care of my guy, but
amazing.
Got to make sure I'm set as well.
He knows what I like, y'all. 68-49, a foul on the floor. 9 minutes and 6 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
And Jonathan Johnson getting aggressive to start this third quarter. This second half is going pretty well for the Mighty Oaks, but they have to do it throughout the remaining fourth quarter. The fourth quarter has been the asterisk on this Mighty Oak team for the past few weeks.
Johnson had 43 points in their last game, 19 of 29 from the floor, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks as well as he makes the second free throw. And Alvin, what music do you think Jerry's listening to on his way home?
Wow. I believe Jerry will be a Coldplay guy. Because, you know, coming from 239, I've heard Coldplay so much, and I'm not gonna lie to you right now, I am very much feeling the speed of sound. Like I feel like the birds go flying at the speed of sound, and I want to go at the speed of sound.
I would love to do that.
Mock speed, and I think Coldplay could do it for us.
All right, well, you'll be riding with Jerry on the way home. Dean, the takeaway, down low, and he gets it to fall.
You know who else I want to listen to? Linkin Park.
Wow, you're in a mood.
I'm in a very wild mood as Byron Thompson sends that one back.
Rejected it. Other side. McKay took a hop there. Lucius McKay with 4 points in his return. Did not play for them last game. The leading scorer for the Brevard Bobcats is Byron Thompson Jr., who has 10 points. But the thing about Byron Thompson Jr. is that he hasn't played in many of their games this season.
This is definitely the most I've seen him play this year, but he's doing a pretty solid job.
Young with a foot on the line, and Johnson the putback. He rose up for that one.
Outstretched hand was about at the top of that box, showing off some of that vertical ability.
Clark inside, flipping it up. Demirovic the rebound. Doquan Whitley on the far side. Inside to Demirovic, and he missed it. Whitley a rebound, and a fresh shot clock now for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Down low, the no-look pass to Johnson, and it goes right through his hands and out of bounds. A 20-point lead for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Now, St. Pete did come back from 21 versus the Mighty Oaks in the fourth quarter.
So did the Crocs. The Crocs came back from 20, and that's what Coach A.J. Stallworth was saying. Great display of offense is always on just a pedestal for the Mighty Oaks. They do it well in the first half. Now, doing it the second half has proven very difficult for them. Specifically, the final 5 minutes of the fourth.
Demirovic gets in on Shaq Seville.
Big boy move on the block. The electrician electrifying on that block.
McKay going right underneath the bounce pass, and a foul.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Both guys on both teams hitting the deck. And I get a nod from Jer Bear because he knows where that song comes from. You know where that comes from, Jesse? I don't know who made it, but I could sing it. You ready?
I mean, you're going to go ahead and sing it anyways, regardless of whether or not I want you to.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the...
And the crowd goes wild.
Crowd goes nuts.
Thank you, Alvin. Thompson Jr. with 12 points. The lead cut back to 20 for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Doherty catch and shoot. And a slow third quarter here for the shooters. McKay on the other side, laying it in with his left hand.
Love to see that. Very slow start to the third quarter. However, McKay had other plans, taking that coast to coast and getting that layup.
(73-55). Young for three.
Anthony Young has been steady, sure hand for the Mighty Oaks. Primary ball handler and a bucket getter.
McKay outside. Now going straight in, spinning, and he kisses it off the glass.
Great job getting downhill early.
And it ball got stuck in the bleachers, so good call there by Mike Rivera. He's still got pretty good eyesight. Very good eyesight, actually.
He eats his carrots.
He eats his carrots on the regular. A 3 on the way. Young, no good.
Wow, look at the lift Jonathan Johnson has.
Whitley for 3. That one's off the mark. And Thompson Jr. going the other direction. McKay fires a 3.
McKay has poured it on. The past 7 buckets has come off of his back.
Johnson, right side, Doherty. Good extra pass over to the left corner. And Anthony Young can't find that one to fall. Doherty, right to the middle, Johnson. And Sherrod Dean going the other direction now. 5:05 to go in the third quarter. It's a 76-60 game. Missed shot down low by Sherrod Dean. A quick pass into Johnson. Left corner. Whitley for 3. Good!
That's what you need. Mighty Oaks are going on a slow start actually.
And Sherrod Dean on the other side of the floor. Sherrod Dean and McKay have to be separated.
And that is not good when you have guys going at it on the same team. They're wearing the same jerseys, and the chemistry is not there. Something that Coach MJ Miller has been trying to calm down and quell is both guys have a lot of turmoil going on, Jesse, and that does not help you win basketball games when your point guard and a forward on your team just cannot get it together, on the court. Off the court's a different story. Shaq and Kobe didn't like each other off the court. However, on the court, they knew what they had to get done, and they won 3 rings. Now, you have to find a way to get it together between the lines.
A technical foul on Sherrod Dean, 79-62. We're going to take a quick break. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And now we're back here for the technical shot from Jared Doherty.
And how about that, Jesse? You get a bucket, but then you get a technical because inter-squad squabbles are going on and result in a free shot for the team you're down 17 by.
So some personalities on this team. So
why we got a losing record? When they want to say we brothers, we ain't shit. Nigga, a bunch of clicks that like playing ball together.
79-62, still the score. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
So, Mighty Oaks,
yep.
Mighty Oaks are doing fantastic.
An air ball. Alvin, come on, man.
Just trying to clear the air.
You set yourself up for that. You cannot set yourself up for that, sir.
It looked great. It was like, oh, nice move. Clayton's going to save me right now. No.
Thompson Jr., maybe that's something that'll get him going.
And that's fantastic for the Brevard Bob. Oh, look at that. What do we have here?
Davis, other side foul.
Clayton with the bear hug. Could not stop in time. Just goes back to that metaphor with the freight train. Cannot stop on a dime. And Davis with a patient bucket, picking the pocket early. Love to see that from Davis. However, money quarter still. The Mighty Oaks are still up, however, they're not up by as much.
A 14-point lead for the Brevard Bobcats. Or excuse me, for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. What am I saying?
Everything's topsy-turvy. Up is down, left is right. We don't know.
It has been a long day. We've been here since 8:30 in the morning, Florida time.
Yeah.
East Coast time, so.
Yeah, we have been.
Yeah.
Long day of games.
But loving every second of it.
Of course.
Wesley left side into Watts, and Watts making the shot from 10 feet out.
And that's good basketball right there. Drawing the defense in, kicking it to the baseline, and him knocking down the wide open jump shot.
Thompson Jr. on the inside, no good. And to Brian Reynolds the rebound. To Shaq Seville, and Shaq Seville putting it through. Shaquille Seville with 9 points, 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Hayes for three, good.
Jabari Hayes knocking down the tray ball, and that's what you love to see if you're the Mighty Oaks.
84 to 68.
See, that's what happens when you skip that class at J. Bear Academy.
A three hit by Kevin Davis on the other side. Davis with 12 points, 84 to 71. Clayton tried to catch a body, but was blocked by the rim instead.
Wow, I need a round two. Clayton, don't let that discourage you.
Thompson Jr. blocked down low, Clayton the rebound. Isa Brandon ahead to Jabari Hayes. Hayes getting around Seville, fading away. And he gets his own rebound down low. Watts goes up with the right hand, no good. Shaq Seville the rebound. Here's Davis going the other direction on the far side. He'll slow things down, 2.5 minutes to play in the third. Byron Thompson Jr. up top, guarded by Hayes, man-to-man defense. Thompson Jr. for three, and Isa Brandon a big rebound. James Wesley inside to Watts, and Watts blocked by Shaq Seville as it sails out of bounds.
Good job by Shaq staying on that ball, getting that one out of there.
Comes the inbounds from the right side of the basket baseline. Setting his feet is Isa Brandon. A long tube air ball. And Jabari Hayes the rebound. Hayes, Wesley left corner. Now baseline tapped out by Wesley.
And that's a good defensive possession by Brevard. Now they need to build on that. They are only down 13 in this third. So money quarter has been very broke for the Mighty Oaks, not able to go to the bank and cash any checks.
So the Brevard Bobcats without Jace Hogan and Trey Thompson, a guy who for them has been great all season, averaging a little bit south of 14 points per game, but grabs 9 boards as well.
And he's a leader for them, and really with his prowess and mental fortitude helps them do a lot of things down the stretch.
Clark inside, off the mark. Isa Brandon pulls up, throws it back up top. Watts, Wesley, just short on the three. Minute and 30 left to go in the third quarter. A 13-point lead for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Underneath, Byron Thompson Jr. putting the team on his back. He's the leading scorer and has 17 points. And a timeout taken by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks with a minute and 18 to go. The Mighty Oaks lead cut to 11. What will we see from the Brevard Bobcats? Stay tuned.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
minute and 18 to play in the third quarter. 84-73 the score. It's one Clayton to inbound. There's Wesley bringing the ball up the floor, throws it left. Isa Brandon steps back, passes into the left corner. And there's Jonathan Johnson for three.
Is that another tray ball, or is it a tree ball? The Mighty Oaks doing it all, and Jonathan Johnson once again from beyond the arc.
Johnson fouled with 58 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Johnson still looking for his first dunk in the ball game.
Has not been above the rim and finishing above the rim. He has the vert to do so, just waiting to see it. Clayton, the first one to attempt it.
And a run down low. Taken away by Brevard. 50 seconds exactly in the third quarter. 87-73.
Mighty Oaks fizzled out in this third quarter, despite all the inter-squad feuds going on with the Bobcats.
Clayton inside, throws it up. And a little too hard. I guess maybe that was going to be an assist, but he turned it over. Thompson, the bounce pass left to Clark. Clark in the restricted area, throws it right to Brian Reynolds. Back up top. Thompson Jr. doing a good job of saving that before it came into you, Alvin.
I thought he wanted me to get a jump shot, and I'll get a celeb shot.
Hayes takes that one away. Hayes by himself. A double dribble. That is unfortunate with 15.7 seconds left to go. A careless turnover.
I appreciate the finish, but man, not able to get that to count.
(87-73). Clark's up top, pushes left to Reynolds. Reynolds on the pass and shoot. Go! No, it didn't. It just rolled out. Unbelievable. I even thought that was going in.
All the way in just to go out.
Last second, Johnson the fadeaway. It's off the front side of the iron. A 14-point lead for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks going into the fourth quarter. What will happen? Will Brevard finally find the fuse that they need, or will they be their own downfall? Find out in just a sec.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW.
It's time for the final quarter of action in our FBA Sunday game of the week. The Brevard Bobcats and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks going head-to-head. And Gainesville with a 14-point lead. Alongside Alvin Delvey and Jerry Pettit, I'm Jesse O. Bringing you FBA basketball all Sunday long for the next couple of Sundays. And then we have the playoffs in September.
Very exciting, but this is what has plagued the Mighty Oaks this entire season. Closing out in the second half right now, you see them sputter to a start in the beginning of this fourth quarter. Let's see if they can rectify that.
Seville underneath foul. So already the first foul for the Mighty Oaks in the fourth quarter. They've got to be careful because they do have a history of, in the fourth quarter, sort of letting off the gas, but also of getting into foul trouble.
And that is something that we're seeing early on. Right now, 11:36, not too many seconds have ticked off the clock. Exactly one shot clock possession has turned over, 24 seconds, and they already have their first foul in the fourth quarter.
A lane violation by Demirovic.
This is etched in to the playbook of the Mighty Oaks, and that's something in the fourth quarter. Someone has to make plays. They have to string out that first quarter onslaught, and they have to find a way to get that going in the fourth.
Jacksonville with 10 points and a 13-point lead. A swing over to the left side. Brandon and Thompson Jr. the rebound. Thompson Jr. Jacksonville. Antoine Clayton the rebound. Clayton falls down, taken away by Reynolds, and Reynolds puts it through.
And that's a good job by Reynolds. Look what I found, and getting that up and in.
Here's some life for the Brevard Bobcats. Clayton outside and puts it down.
That's what we love to see. Clayton getting aggressive. Had that last turnover. I'm going to make up for it, fellas. Throwing that down.
Lead up to 13. Clark with a nice shot that goes in from the bank on the left side.
Scary, scary business if you're the Mighty Oaks. Once again, letting a team crawl their way back in this game, and now they're only up 11.
Demirovic for three. Good! Big men shoot threes in the FBA.
And that's a fantastic job by the electrician, stinging the bottom of the net.
Clark, left side, banks it in.
That's a great take.
Back-to-back possessions. Darius Clark now with 4 points in the last minute of play. Under 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Isa Brandon left that one just a little bit short. Jacksonville the rebound. Mighty Oaks lead by 12. Byron Thompson Jr. setting himself up. Anthony Young a rebound. He'll throw it ahead to Demirovic and threw it just a little bit hard.
You know, that reminds me of a tight end. Like in football, when a tight end's wide open, you can't lead him like you would lead a receiver. Because a receiver, you throw that way out there and let the guy run under it. Whereas a tight end, you have to put it on his money because he's not going out there and getting it. And on that one, he threw it way out there. The electrician he puts it down as good as the rest of them. But, you know, that was a little too far. Wasn't able to get that costly turnover to quell that little run they were going on.
Here's McKay. Going to the right, the bounce pass that direction. Thompson Jr. another three. And Lucius McKay sprinting for the rebound. Thompson Jr., Sherrod Dean a pump fake, right side. And he just misses off the back. Isa Brandon ahead to Anthony Young. Young down low. And Jonathan Johnson fouled, and he made it as he hit the ground hard.
Hit the ground really hard. I'm surprised he didn't bang his head because I saw the whiplash. Just a strong move on the block. Really had bad intentions on that one, but Jacksonville bodied him up, and he still made it. That's what you love to see in crunch time.
Johnson 74% from the free throw line, averaging 27 points per game this season. He's a top 10 scorer in the FBA.
And he blossomed in the latter portion of this season, coming to his own, making plays, and had a few 30-point games.
Young passes right, Isa Brandon, good on the three.
Nice tree ball by the Mighty Oaks.
Down low, Clark blocked by Brandon, but Clark gets it back.
And that's a good job being relentless on that block.
Whitley to the left.
Look at the handle.
Young, a bullet down low, and Johnson puts it through.
What guard play by Anthony Young, handling the pressure by Davis and dropping a dime off.
McKay's shot just rims out, and a football throw up ahead of Johnson. Johnson underneath, banks it in.
Love how aggressive Johnson has been. The last, 7 points has been off of his back. Actually, besides the ISA 3, which is a nice run to go on in the crunch time. That's how you win basketball games.
Dean inside, couldn't make the layup. The pass ahead to Johnson. And Johnson will save it from going out of bounds. Out off of Dean last.
And that's great hustle by Jonathan Johnson. Whitley didn't have enough time to look. He just launched it, trusting that his guy's gonna get there. And Jonathan Johnson got on his horse.
101 to 82. The Mighty Oaks back up by 19. So a nice little run here for them.
Late when they need it.
Whitley inside, and a turnover. Steal by Clark. Here's Clark going the other direction. Had Kevin Davis open wide down on the right block. Sherrod Dean for 3. Clark now. Inside, spins it up, and the rebound goes off of the Bobcats last.
And this is good for the Mighty Oaks. Being able to frustrate their opponent late in the game is something that they haven't been able to do consistently all year. Now with the game so important for their playoff hopes, getting it together late is something they were focused on, and they're doing just that.
7.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Eden Demirovic right up top. He's off the mark on that one. I like seeing Demirovic shoot threes. He shoots them at a 50% clip this season. Alvin, Kevin Davis on the other side of the floor making the shot from 2 feet out.
And that has to be arguably the highest percentage in the FBA, shooting it half of the time. Wow, that's better than Klay Thompson.
Brandon down low, Demirovic puts it through.
Good job by the electrician, moving without the basketball, staying efficient.
McKay underneath, fouled.
Coach Stallworth does not like that call, as you heard. But McKay entertaining it. Hopefully he can knock down these free throws. His team needs it. Down 19 with 6:46 left in this ball game. Hats off to the Mighty Oaks for executing their second half plan, finally being able to maintain the comfort they had in their first half.
McKay's free throw is good. And he makes a pair. So the guard now is 13 points for the Brevard Bobcats. Here's Anthony Young up top, guarded by Davis. And a 2-3 zone defense for Brevard. Anthony Young splits it.
And he gives us a smile at the end of it. That's a bucket.
Clark, other end. Clark's come alive in the fourth quarter.
And pushing the tempo. Look at the Mighty Oaks.
Whitley inside of Demirovic. Left corner, Young. Gainesville takes the timeout, 105 to 88 with 6 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the ball game. We're pretty much halfway through the fourth quarter. 105-88. Wesley inside to Jonathan Johnson. Jonathan loses that one. Here's Clark. Throws it left. Isa Brandon the steal. Brandon, right side. Wesley the long two, couldn't get it to fall. Isa Brandon another turnover. Ahead to Clark. Clark by himself, and he puts it through. Clark with 15 points.
Turnovers on both ends of the court. However, the Brevard Bobcats were able to get the last laugh with the finish by Clark.
James Wesley, Isa Brandon up top. Dean the rebound. Here's Kevin Davis dribbling left. And Shaq Seville gets the putback to fall.
Good job by Shaq Seville, not giving up on that ball, being aggressive and getting that second chance.
Five minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And we're witnessing high IQ basketball by the Mighty Oaks, understanding they have a comfortable lead. Use the whole shot clock before you get a good shot off.
Ball goes out of bounds with 1 second left on the shot clock.
Good luck trying to get a good shot off of this one. However, this is good for late game situations.
And they get it going towards the basket, and it goes out. So a turnover by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
That's good repetition for a late game situation where you might have a game-winning situation be within 1 second. So having that be the shot clock while you're up big in a game is good to know who's going to make that play, who's comfortable in that crunchy of a situation.
Shaq Seville, Clark, left elbow, and he left it short. The football pass up to Johnson, and Johnson going up with the left hand.
-2 on style points, but efficient nonetheless. Jonathan Johnson streaking out and getting that layup to go easy off the glass.
Lead back to 15 for Gainesville. Clark, right side, picks up his dribble. Now Davis going up with the left hand, fouled by Elijah Gray.
Met at the summit.
Four minutes and 9 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. There's Davis.
Davis has done a lot for this team. Coming off the bench, usually he's typically their spark plug, comes in and hustles all over the court, electrifying defender, and finishes everything he gets.
And a foul down low on the putback for Shaq Seville.
Dominating that block once again. Owns a lot of real estate in the paint.
Seville to the line for Brevard. He's a 56%er on the season.
Definitely someone you'll want to send to the line in late game situations.
(107-95). Just above 4 minutes left to play.
And these two teams have really battled it out, but Mighty Oaks have just been the primary aggressor from start to finish, and finally putting together 4 quarters of good basketball. You see a lot of guys playing very well on this Mighty Oak team, and finally it's just a breath of fresh air to see them duplicate their first half.
The free throw is made by Shaq Seville. Lead cut to 11. Isa Brandon, now Antoine Clayton. Johnson inside. Clayton surveying, looking left. Now a few dribbles back to Brandon. Brandon, the bounce pass. Clayton out to Brandon. Brandon inside, turning around is Johnson. He makes it with 1 second on the shot clock.
Wow. Nice ball movement, nice little two-man game with Isa Brandon and Clayton. And once you get used to that, Jonathan Johnson goes and stings you for 2.
Johnson got a finger on it from Shaq Seville. Clayton wanted a 3, and he's good.
Talk about that tree ball by Jaquan Whitley. Once again, knocking down from beyond the arc.
Whitley's hit 3 threes in this ball game. Little give and go, down low, Wesley underneath, and a good job of getting his defender off of him. And a timeout taken on the floor with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go. It's a 114-96 game. Brevard is looking for something. We'll be back in 55 seconds.
Where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Left in regulation, 114-96. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, Jerry Pettit, Mark King, and all of us on hand. Thank you so much for tuning in with us and staying with us all day today. Shaq Seville down low, gets his rebound, puts it up, and draws the foul.
How about that effort on the defensive end by the Mighty Oaks, blocking his shot multiple times, but an even better effort by Shaq Seville staying with that ball and fighting tenaciously and being rewarded with the foul.
Seville again at the line. Had 26 points in their last game, was 6 of 11 from the free throw stripe, but I think the most amazing thing about that game and their loss to Winter Park was that he was 10 of 14 from the field, Alvin, so shot extremely efficiently and added on 10 rebounds as well.
Nice double-double for Shaq Seville, something that if you're Brevard, you want to see him do on a nightly basis.
He's off the front one on that. I think one of the things we always need to talk about is the amount of turnovers in a game in Winter Park, or excuse me, Brevard against Winter Park had 21 turnovers in that one. And Gainesville had 18 against St. Pete in both of their losses in their last games. So these two teams coming off of losses.
At least the Mighty Oaks were able to move the ball around and gaining 32 assists to their 18 turnovers, which is at least a little digestible, but on the other end, unacceptable. 19 assists to 21 turnovers. Very unacceptable by Brevard in the turnover to assist ratio.
Interestingly enough, Clark for Brevard had 8 of them.
Wow. Turnover magnet, not able to take care of the basketball.
Look at that, like I was reading it right. No, he had 8 turnovers last game.
Wow.
There we go, Jaquan Whitley from the outside.
Another tree ball, and he lets out a mighty howl.
117-97. Mighty Oaks back up by 20. Kevin Davis inside, it bounces out. 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Isa Brandon on the near side corner. Cross court, Whitley catch and shoot. He's just off the front again. Wow. That ball taken away. Johnson ahead. And he puts it in. And another timeout on the floor, 119-97. They needed some time to think this one over, Alvin.
Yeah, late in this game, there's not necessarily much we can do, but
Burgers, fries, and shakes, Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
A minute 42 to play in the fourth quarter. 119-97. And apparently they needed to think something over there.
And what do you think they wanted to think about? With this game, it seems pretty out of hand. Anything is going to be too little too late. Unless you can get a 25-point swing because you got to win this game.
James Darby in the game. Now Clark to the right side. Shaxville, one dribble, throws it up off balance. James Wesley the rebound. Wesley, the throw ahead. Johnson going up and putting it back over his head through the hoop.
A nice little back scratcher for Jonathan Johnson. That's what we love to see.
121-97 and a minute and 12 left to play in the fourth quarter. Another stolen ball. Johnson the pass ahead to Isa Brandon. Brandon left side. Whitley to Antoine Clayton, who couldn't put it through, but they'll get it back. Wesley for three. No, sir.
It's Lob City.
Dean straight away. Good. Sherrod Dean, masterful at late game threes. He's hit a late game three in the last 5 games.
And one of the late game threes was one that ignited their offense to go and complete a comeback almost a month ago. So Sherrod Dean, no small feat, something he does on a daily basis.
Clayton will step back and take a three. It's an air ball. Brevard recovers. The shot clock is off. Dean again for three. Yes, sir! Dean with 15 points. Padding the stats at the end of this game. And Joquan Whitley off the mark. Johnson behind the back. 121-103, the final score of this one. Alvin, who is your player of the game?
Wow, that is a tough one. But to me, it seems like I have to go with Jonathan Johnson once again. We've seen a lot from Jabari Hayes. Jaquan Whitley does what he does. And Isa Brandon had a phenomenal game. Antoine Clayton coming back and doing what he needs to do. Exciting play from him, but just a flat-out dominant performance by Jonathan Johnson.
A tough loss for the Brevard Bobcats, who now move to 3-7 on the season. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks move a game in front of the Winter Park Storm, now at 5-6 on the season. They are in sole possession of 4th place, and if the season were to end today, they would be in the playoffs. So a playoff battle for that 4th seed going into the playoffs. But that'll wrap things up for us here today. 121-103 is the final score of this one. For our fantastic man of every hour and our producer, engineer, director, Jerry Pettit. Thank you so much, Jerry. For Mark King and for Alvin Delvey, I am Jesse O saying good night here from our Winter Park location just outside of Orlando, Florida. 3 more games coming at you next Sunday, so stay tuned for that. But the playoff battle is heating up here in the FBA, so we'll see you next weekend. Good night.